Hello everybody, welcome back to part 3 of install iRedMail on a DigitalOcean droplet. So back in part 2, I went ahead and walked you through finishing up the installation process after our server rebooted the first time when we changed the host name, and we got all the way up to changing the DNS records, and we were waiting for the server to reboot, or if it was finishing installing something. This is 2 days back. I uploaded this video, so I can't exactly remember where we were, but what I do know is I walked you through the DNS record. So between the last video and this video, if I forgot something, because I'm going back, I'm continuing. What happened is I recorded everything, and there's like a break right at the end of the video. I paused my microphone, and I came back, and I forgot to unpause my microphone. I was talking throughout the whole thing, and I thought it'd just be great to do a voiceover, but I was like, oh, that won't be the same. So basically, I'm going to I deleted everything after that. It was like I basically created a new email domain in the iRedMail, and that's what you're going to be doing in this video. And that was basically it. I mean, we're done after that. So there's only one more thing we have to do, and my microphone was muted the first time, so I unmuted it this time, and we're going to attempt to finish off this video series with the iRedMail. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so now, after our server has rebooted and everything, we got our DNS records added and everything, we need to go ahead and actually start managing our domains so we can go ahead and actually get started with our awesome server. So if we head back over to, or you're going to want to go to your browser, you're going to want to go to mail.yourdomain.me or whatever, or yeah, mail.yourdomain. .tld, and this is basically what we set up in the previous thing. You might have had demo or something, and we did this mail in the DNS server, or in the DNS field, and I think I was using Cloudflare, and I pointed this to the server address so you can have this administration screen. You might also have like demo. Well, I thought that would work. Well, okay. Anyways, you might also get an HTTPS error too. You just want to go ahead and proceed with caution, or go ahead and press the thing that you can continue through. In a future tutorial, I might go ahead and teach you how to use the it's a new SSL thing, Easy SSL or something similar to that, where it's free basically. You get SSL certificate. You have to like auto renew and stuff like that, but I mean it's not a big deal. So let's go ahead and log in now. So if you remember during the installation process, we had it created an automatic user for us, and it was postmaster at the domain that you chose at your installation. And that's basically it. You want to type in your password. Mine happens to be ABC123, and you want to go ahead and log in. So this is the first time you're logging into this dashboard. It's pretty nice. I mean, it's great for what it is. And we're going to just go ahead and go to this domain and accounts tab. And at this tab, we're going to go ahead and add a domain. Now, the domain name in my case will be tjushak.me because this is my main domain. Like right now, I could go add more users and have that at demo.tjushak.me, and I mean whatever you really want to do, but this here is you probably want to use your root domain, which is what we're going to do in this case. So let's go ahead and add that domain, and let's go ahead and save those changes. That's fine. And we're going to want to go ahead and add a user as well. So you can either press on add user before, or you can press on the users up here and add one to this domain. So I'm going to name my mail address me, ironically, just because I want to have like me at tjushak.me, because it's me. Okay, so anyways, it is what it is. I'm going to type in another simple password, and actually I'm just going to type in ABC123, ABC123 2 times. All right, and that's all you're going to really want to do. You go ahead and add that user, and for this sake, I'm going to create one more user. Oh, save changes. I'm going to create one more user, and I'm going to name that user root. So let's create another user. Let's name him root, and we'll put another password on there as ABC123 and ABC123. All right, now it's a good idea you don't have the same thing for your same password for all your email accounts in case you get hacked or anything like that. But for this case, it's what we're trying to do. I mean, just trying to get this simply up and running so we can go ahead and show out all the cool features. So I went ahead and showed you the dashboard. Basically, this is really it. I went ahead and showed you how to add a domain here and add users, which are your mail users, which are like your email addresses. There's also this thing, admins. You can add additional people to use this administration panel to either create more more mail accounts, or manage your own domain name. And you can also see basically a big long list of all kinds of good stuff with all the things that your user has done. Okay, so we're done here. So we can go ahead and log out. And now we're going to go to yourmail.yourdomain. And we're going to either go to mail or we're going to go to, we're going to, I think it was mail, right? Mail. Yeah, you're either going to go to mail or Sogo. I think it was Sogo. Let's see. Yeah, it's either mail or Sogo. So what's the difference, you might be asking? Well, mail is round queue mail, and it's kind of dated, if you ask me. So that's why I like using Sogo. It's a little bit more up to date, and it has a couple, I don't know. It's just easier on the eyes, I think. I'm then going to go ahead and go to File, New Incognito window. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I'm going to go ahead and actually open up another mail account in here. So I'm going to have me at tjushek.me loaded up on the far left, and I'm going to have the admin logged in on the far right. So we can go ahead and have like a split screen view here. So I'm going to go ahead and log in as me. So we're going to log in. So me at tjushek.me. Password is abc123, abc123. I'm just going to go ahead and log in as that user. I'm going to copy this big long address, paste it over here, and let's get rid of some of this stuff here at the end because we don't need that. We're just going to go to Sogo. And I'm going to go ahead and log in as well. So let's go ahead and log in as admin at tjushek.me. And the password again was abc123, abc123. And yeah, we're ready to go. Oh no, wrong password. Hold on, let's retry that. Admin at TJ. All right. Oh no, we got a wrong password here. Let me go ahead real quick and make sure that was the right right password I set for this user. All right, so I'm going to log it back in. I'm just going to walk you through this, I guess. We can go to domains and accounts, and we can go to this domain, which is tjushek.me. We can go ahead and edit account profile. Yeah, we can go to the users, and oh, it's root. My bad. So I named it root. I meant admin when I originally created that, but root will work too. So root and just log in. Welcome. Okay, so there we go. Me is on this side, and root is on this side. So let's say from my personal user, I want to go ahead and email root. So let's go ahead and send them root. And as you can see, it's already kind of like in the directory, so you can just go ahead and send it to him. Hey there. And then we can go ahead and say, hey. And I can just go ahead and send this off to the root user. And the root will get this, and it should be actually very fast for the most part. So we should go ahead and refresh this, and there we go. Well, that's not it. Sogo, it creates like the apps. There's a personal calendar, there's contacts, and there's the mail client. Okay, so I mean, that's pretty much it. So in a second here or two, we should get an email that comes through from me to this account. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and create another email from just my personal account to my actual personal account, which is my Gmail account. So let's go ahead and do that right now. So I'm going to send this to Tyler Ushak and yada, 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 yada. And I'm going to put the subject as, hey there, testing this cool email. Bruh. And then we can just say, hey there, bro. All right, and then we can go ahead and send that off. And then that personal account should get that, and I'll load that up in a separate window, and I'll show you that once I receive that. So we should be able to refresh this, and we have an email from me saying, hey there. So that obviously works. So let's go ahead. I'll open up my personal email and put it on another screen. And I'll go ahead and go to my emails, and I will wait for this email to go ahead and pop in. And then once it pops in, I'll go ahead and pop it over. And then we're going to, actually once I receive it, then we're going to reply to it, and we should see it pop up in the new messages. So just give me a few seconds while I wait for this email to pop in. Okay, I got an email, but it's not the one. Waiting patiently. All right. Any day now. And sometimes when you're receiving email on your actual iRedMail server, which is like the Sogo or whatever you're using, or either Sogo or iRedMail, or Sogo or RoundQ Mail, it can take a few seconds for it to receive because it goes through like a spam check, and it takes maybe a couple seconds depending. So I actually got that email. I'm going to open that up. Let's pop that open. I actually got a share link, so I'll just paste this in my browser and you can see the email that I received. Hey there, testing this cool email, bro. And then, okay, so that works. Let me see if I can open this up. And for some reason, I thought you could. Ah, here we go. So I got the email, You can't see here, but I'm just going to create a reply to that email. So I'm going to say, okay, cool. I'm going to send this over to back to me, and we should see this pop in here in a few seconds. It's sending now. It should be gone. And if we go ahead and refresh this a couple times, it's going probably through spam filtering right now. It most likely is going through spam filtering right now. It hopefully is going through spam filtering right now. Hello there. Okay, so anyways, we're going to eventually see this pop in here. It's most likely going through spam, which I hope so. So anyways, I'll just continue wrapping this up, and this will eventually pop in here. So basically, we went through everything. We finished this. This is part 3. This is the last part of this series. We went ahead and set up iRedMail on your server. We installed it. We set up DNS records, and we went ahead and created domains and users. And you can create as many domains and users as you want. You might want to eventually get a bigger droplet for the more processes, depending on how active your server will be. I mean, that's basically about it. So, I mean, this is really iRedMail and installing it on your server, and it's really not all that bad. I'm still waiting to see why this is not going through. And there we go. We got it. All right. So thank you guys for watching this, and we'll have more videos coming up soon.